Welcome to the window father world, to the place the window industry stop playing safe and starts telling the truth. My name is the window father, and on this channel I talk to the people who don't just sell windows. They change how this industry works. Today's guest is someone who came into the window industry from the world of technology, startups and AI, and decided that this industry deserves better tools, better system, and better thinking. She is not here to follow old rules. She is here to question them. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Alexandra Butmalai.
Yay!
Hello.
Hello.
Hello on my podcast.
Thank you. Nice to meet you and nice to be here. Very nice intro.
Thank you so much. The beginning. We will talk together, like you.
Yeah, like a dialogue.
Yeah, like a dialogue. You talk to me, and if you want to tell something to the.
Yeah, I can look there and
yes,
tell them.
okay. If you had to tell your story without titles or a CV, who is Alexandra Butmalai really?
Yeah, that is a great question. I think I am like at the bottom of everything. An entrepreneur, like somebody who wants to be free and just create things that are valuable to society. And I think I have discovered that pretty early. I was very lucky to start my first company. It became a company. It was like a project before, but start my first initiative when I was 17. And since then, I kind of just like really wanted to continue. So I think I've had a very exciting life because I just took the risk to always like follow what I really like and what I'm passionate about, and that is just to solve problems. Like I'm very excited about just solving problems.
You don't scared in the young age?
I should be,
yeah.
But I am not so scared now. I think I should be maybe more scared, but I feel like I just, for example, now with this project and what we're doing now, I feel like I came into an industry that, of course, my family had like something to do with it. But me personally, I'm still very new and I'm learning a lot. And that excites me a lot. It doesn't scare me.
Your parents give you brave.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, both my parents were also entrepreneurs. So I grew up in like a very free, with a very free life. And I think, that just made me very comfortable with risk. And that's why I think I'm, a very risk-seeking person in this sense.
Okay, great to hear that. You started your free business very young.
Yeah.
Very young. What was harder back then? Lack of experience, of lack of trust from others?
I was very delusional, I think, because my first company, we were doing like science experiments boxes, so like physics, chemistry, like these boxes.
Wow.
And I just started out myself with like basically making a wall in my room.
Wow.
That was creating content. So I was like 17 and I got the camera and a tripod and like 2 very old lights. And then I just changed like one part of my room to be this like lab. So I was creating experiments and filming myself. Then that was the first thing. And then I basically recruited 20 people from my friends. And then we just built this like physical product together.
Wow.
We got money for it, and then we started selling to like thousands of people. Wow. And I never thought that this is something hard.
Yeah.
Like it was just like normal. Of course we're gonna like continue creating. Of course we're gonna succeed. So I think I was always very positive that whatever happens is like a good thing, and I think that combined with hard work.
Where are you selling that? On Instagram, on Facebook, or on eBay?
Yeah, so we were like very early with like Facebook ads.
Oh.
We were like in a marketplace very early in like the Romanian marketplace of like online, like a Romanian Amazon.
Okay.
And we got like so much help from everybody because everybody was so excited, like, oh, there's so many young people that are doing stuff.
Wow.
And I think back then, after a little bit of time, I realized that it's the lack of experience that was the one that was a bit more difficult because I didn't know how to scale the business. So that's why I went to university. That's why I stopped everything and I was like, I need to learn how to scale this business because I know how to start it and I know how to make people excited, but how do you actually like make money? How do you actually like make it bigger every year, care about these things? So I think.
But what lesson from those time, early years shaped you the most as entrepreneur, and what mistake would you never repeat again? You learn something?
I mean, there's so many. I mean, because we were young and because it was like so exciting and we actually like did something that was valuable for children and we followed through. I think we got a lot of success. So I got into Forbes early. I got to speak at TEDx. So it was like I was 19 in the Forbes 30 under 30. And that kind of like made me feel like, oh, but I'm so good. Like I'm the best.
Okay.
Right. I think it was a bit too early for me to think that I'm the best. And then I got a little bit like downhill. So I think I learned that I need to have the right motivation when I do business. And I think when I met you, it's like, you're so passionate about what you're doing, right? You can speak forever about the doors and about the design and about, and I think this is like what actually should motivate you. For me, like I kind of lost that. And I think since then I was like much more, I want to do something that I care about and that I see myself doing for a long time and that I can like, you know, progress myself with this motivation. So I think motivation is something that I've been like really careful with since then.
Okay, thank you. The turning point, you had the tech startup world, AI digital product. Why did you decide to come back to such a traditional offline industry like Windows?
Great question.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been like since my first company, I've been traveling the world, like meeting a lot of people, working in different startups in San Francisco, in Berlin. I've been in a lot of like, you know, I've been in a company that raised 30 million euros to scale. And I've seen all of that like firsthand. And I realized that I'm lacking something. Like in all of these companies, there was like really exciting, but I just felt like the problems were not that tangible. Somehow like I couldn't like put my hand on the problem and like see it very clearly. It was like, okay, so create the most sophisticated data pipeline and like all of these like very high tech world type of problems. And this year, like, or last year, when I started thinking, okay, but what is it an industry where I feel like I can bring a lot of value with what I have? That's when construction kept coming back. And because I grew up with my father who was building houses and my mom who was building furniture, I grew up in a factory, like basically on the factory floor with the air gun, just making more mess than creating.
Or like that?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But then I was like, okay, but there's so many problems that I've seen and that are here in this industry that I not only understand, but I grew up with. Maybe I can be that change that, you know, I can come back with all of the learnings and with all of the people that I met to actually create something better that is quality and just like put everybody on the same level with like the most high-tech technologies for like finance and like all of that. Also for windows and doors and construction in general. And I think that that's my motivation. I see myself just working with people like you, right, for a really long time. Because I think people are passionate, they want to create quality, and I can come with my experience and I can also help on something that maybe is not priority for you, right? Like it's not something that you can do yourself or like, you know, you want some outside help. And I think that's a bit like a good match.
Yes, like a window angel.
Yeah, that's how I can like,
It's nice to
I can
you can write that.
Yeah, I can steal it.
Okay, it's for your gift. Do you remember the exact moment when you thought the industry is broken and I know how to fix it? Well,
I mean, I talked to a lot of manufacturers and a lot of companies, and it was very clear that they thought that the industry is broken. Like everybody knows that it is. And I think what for me was very exciting is that everybody is open to change. It's not like this is how it is and I honestly don't want to change, it's very good for me. No, I got a lot of people who, like you know, very visionary. Like I want to be like create the best windows and I want to like also have the best systems and to scale. And I think that was motivating because for a long time I heard that in the construction industry, people are just so stiff. They are so like in their box and you can't really work with that because it's so slow.
Yes.
But I have just, it was the opposite for me.
Yes.
People were so open, like, oh, Alexandra, but can you help me here? But what if we would do this? Yeah, of course, like I can help you here. Yeah, here is access to my data, to my information, like
but
do something.
But when is this moment when you said, okay, I know what I should do, this is my idea. 1 year ago, 2 years ago,
Wow,
5 years ago?
maybe like almost a year ago.
Okay, okay. Thank you for this answer. What surprised you the most when you entered the window industry from the inside, positively or brutally? Something you say that, we have many problems, but something positive you can maybe say in our industry?
I think it's just like getting inspired. Like I get inspired talking to customers.
Okay.
I don't get down. I don't get demotivated. I get like, oh wow, these people, they create great products and they have a vision of how the future should look like. And they see that they have the same vision as me. And I think this is like very unique because usually when you create a product and when you sell a product, you need to show people the vision and you need to be there and be like, okay, so this is where it goes. With a lot of manufacturers and distributors, it's like, yeah, like this is exactly what the future should be.
Yes.
I see exactly what you're doing and how the future should be. And I think that was like a really, really good surprise for me. It's alignment in how the future should be.
Okay, it's like something like new business, new window business for real value.
Yeah, yeah.
If you had to describe in one sentence the main problem your new window business is solving, what would it be?
So the problem that we are solving.
Yes, it's one word, something like one, maybe not word, but one sentence.
Yeah. We help windows manufacturers and distributors to save time and money on estimation.
Yes, and it is amazing.
Amazing.
Yes, I'm good.
This is the brand. Amazing. Yeah.
Okay, amazing, nice. And why are pricing, quotations, and sales process in the window industry still so complex? And who is actually paying the price for that?
Yeah, so maybe this will come a little bit like as an attack or something, but I think a lot of the companies that I talk to, they like 30 years ago, software became something that they started using.
Yes.
And like this is like actually 30 to 35 years ago, so it's very specific for every single one of them. And that's when they transition from pen and paper to something that is more software. And that type of software is very old.
Yes.
Right?
It's true.
Very old, and all of the complexity of the industry is in it, so that you can see it, so that you can feel it, and so that you can pay the price for it. And it was great. Like for all of this period, like windows and doors manufacturers and other trades, they actually got the system. However, that system hasn't really evolved to become more easy, more beautiful, and like, just quicker, nice to work with and fast. It didn't, and it's also very hard because the infrastructure on which those systems are built, it's like old infrastructure. Yes. It's like you would try to create a very beautiful window on a very bad and rotten frame. It's very difficult.
Yes.
So I think that it's like amazing that has happened, but I also think that everybody's kind of feeling that there is the time for a change. And it's just like creating software that is easy and that is fast and that basically makes people more productive.
It should be.
Exactly. So I think in the end is the manufacturers that are paying, and manufacturers and distributors that are paying the price with like large teams and people who are very, very tired and overworked.
Yes.
Which shouldn't be the case because it's a problem that can be solved.
Yeah. And
especially now with new technology.
Yes, and they make time with customers with nice talk.
You get to talk to the customers, like to sell more. Exactly. To sell more, to just like have a better relationship instead of just calculating for all, like you basically like calculate every single offer as if it would go to the factory. And I think this is something that needs to be split a bit. I think the sales process and the production process are also like two different processes. However, right now in most windows and doors companies, it's not two processes. Every single quote is prepared as a production ready material, which means that you spend many hours on something that doesn't become business, which is a very big loss. I just think that these should be two different areas, and sales should be fast, should be very, very efficient.
Yes.
While production should be very precise and everything that it is today.
It's a very good way to do this. And what does your new solution really change in the daily life of a manufacturer, sales rep, or window showroom?
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that we change, but I think at the core, what we do is that we get like our technology, which is empowered by AI and a lot of different other technologies together, it helps analyze architectural plans or anything that you get from customers in a few minutes with a lot of precision and a lot of extra features so that you can create those quotes or you can create those estimations or like the structured information very, very fast. And I think that's like one part. But the other part that we see that is so, so valuable is like collaboration. For such a long time, distributors and manufacturers are working over email and like V1, V2, these changes, the customer puts something sketch on it. Why? When you can just work into one tool, make changes, see it in real time, have versions, and then save all of that like extra communication and the error that comes with it. So we, of course, like we focus on the manual takeoff, we make it automatic so that people have more time to actually like talk to customers and talk to the distributors and have a better relationship and facilitate that relationship with our like collaboration features.
I love your idea.
Thank you.
Okay. In the window industry, people often say, this won't work in our business. How do you respond of that mindset? Because I think that some people can think about that after watching us.
I think how we respond to it is that we make it work for you.
Okay.
Like maybe you don't believe us, but if you just give us what we want, and usually it's like very little information, we just show on your drawings, on your process, with everything that you do, that it works. And I think this is like something that will not, we think long term. Like long term, this will change. People would be more productive. They would be more, like they would use better tools. And we just want to be those that empower that change. So I'm not so worried of like, if somebody is like, oh, this will not work for me, because we're just going to show it. We're going to show it with like the factories and the distributors that actually take the change seriously and they implement this type of technology. And I think it's just a temporary problem.
If we finish our pilot program in Poland with Okna Mielczarek and Oknario, I tell them everybody.
You
I
tell
promise
everything.
you.
Exactly, it's all of the quality. So if it's a product of quality and it works, then I don't think that it's a problem.
Yes.
You know?
Everybody needs.
The problem is when it doesn't work and when it disappoints and when it makes mistakes. And that's what we want to avoid. So it's all about quality of the product and just making sure that we will get there.
Yes. Is AI in the window industry real help or just buzzword? Where is the line between hype and the real value?
I think like it's incredible what is happening in technology at the moment. So I am still very much into the bubble of startups and just insane innovation. And I think what was just noise a month ago, today is reality. So like the pace in which like things develop, it's insane. So I would say of course I'm a little bit biased because I know much more about it, but I'm not afraid of like any problem because I see that everything just becomes better at the rate we are not able to follow, right?
No, we're not ready?
We're not ready.
Okay.
And I think like, of course, some stuff are not perfect yet, but I think the real value, in our opinion, for windows and doors manufacturers is all of the experience that comes together with AI, because AI should be a part of the software. It shouldn't be the whole software.
Yes.
I think a lot of manufacturers ask like, oh, but can't I just put it into ChatGPT and then it would give me the same. Right? However, it's so specific, everything the manufacturers need. So it's what you create around it that actually has value. Yeah. And I think that's how we think about it, and that's where we see the value. So I think it's a revolution coming across the whole construction industry. Yeah. And people should just be ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready.
I'm ready. And how do you think Windows sales will look in 5-10 years, and who will struggle to survive that change?
Yeah, like something that I've been thinking recently is that manufacturers is just like one part of the value chain. There is distributors on top of that. There is like construction companies, there is like real estate, there is architects, there is all of these people, right? And right now what's happening is that AI is going for everyone. So at the same time as we are trying to like help manufacturers and distributors, some other companies are trying to help construction companies. Some other companies help real estate developers. So all of the change is is done at the same time. So if the manufacturers, they don't also like take it into account, then they're gonna, for example, let's say that construction companies, they start using more and more AI for understanding like what it is in the plans and just extracting information. And then the agent is sending to 100 manufacturers the same information because it's not a human anymore.
Yes.
So what are you gonna do then? Are you gonna like, how are you gonna like have 10x the amount of offers if today you're struggling with what you have? So I think people should just think, okay, so what if I don't adapt this technology? What if they adapt this technology? What will happen to me? And I think a lot of manufacturers in this area, they think about this. They're like, okay, so what will happen? I want to be there. I want to understand how I can solve it.
Like we do.
Yeah.
For sure. With Alexandra. What is something the window industry does not expect from you at all, but will happen sooner than most people think?
Wow, that is a good question. I think the window industry is like, they are very encouraging, but I don't think that they like truly understand the power of what can be achieved and how fast things can go. You know, like it can happen that when I talk to a manufacturer or a distributor, you know, they are very busy, and then we talk in like 2 weeks or like in a month, and I don't think they understand how fast things can progress.
Yes.
And I think that that's going to be very interesting to actually like get in touch more with that part, because we work very, very fast. We are extremely efficient and we develop very fast. So if they would be fast, they could actually like implement technology extremely easily and not be that busy, so that they don't have time to meet in like 2 weeks or a month. Like, I think it's the efficiency and the pace in which things change. I think this is something that is like a little bit underestimated from the manufacturers, if I could.
Okay. Finally. If you could say one thing to the window company owners who feel stuck today, what would that message be?
Just book 15 minutes to see how it can work.
Online with you?
Yeah. Like, it's just 15 minutes. And I even did it in 10. Like, 10 minutes, you get to see how things work. And then you can like decide, you know, just be open to it. I think openness is like the most important thing. You don't have to buy, you don't have to worry. Just like look at it,
check,
see how it works, and then just have it in mind. Have it in mind, not for now, for later, for whenever. You know, just have it in mind.
We leave the contact information to Alexandra under this film that you need contact with her. And this is exactly why I started the Window Funder channel. Because the window industry does need more noise, it needs honest conversation, new idea, and people who are brave enough to challenge the status quo. If this conversation made you uncomfortable, good. That means change is coming. It inspired you, share it with someone in the industry who needs to hear this. Subscribe, follow, and stay close, because the window industry is changing, whether we like it or not. This is the Window Funder channel, and this is Alexandra Butmalai. Remember this name.
Thank you.